Welcome back, fellow geeks. Now, it's the end of the month, so you know what that means. The next subscription of the Maker Box, and this month will not disappoint. Stay tuned to find out what's inside. Now, like every other month, there's a lot of great filament inside with a lot of great deals. And this month is no exception. Now, first on top, you have this sticker for 15% off the Flexeron extruder. Now, if you are a normal subscriber to MakerBox, you'd recognize this as this was put in the boxes a couple months ago on top of this month. So if you didn't take advantage of the discount from a few months ago, you have another opportunity to do it here. I'd highly recommend it. I know a few people that have upgraded miscellaneous printers with this extruder and they love it. So I'd give that a shot, maybe look into that. Now, of course, next you have the MakerBox sticker. On top of that, you have the 3DX Tech card with a discount on the back. Now, they have a lot of interesting filaments. When surfing their website, I actually found they have 5 or 6 different types of carbon fibers, ABS, PLA, PETG, which is something I've not seen anybody do. They have a lot of great filaments. I'd highly recommend checking them out using that discount code on the back of the card. Now, the next discount you have on top is the MeltInk, which is a Miami-based filament company who produces ABS, PLA, and you'll hear more about them in a second. Now, they also have a discount code on the back, and if you subscribe, you get 10% off your purchase at MeltInk.com. Now, next, which I will again be talking slightly more about in a minute, is Cubicity.com. They have a lot of great filaments, and you actually get $20 off your first filament purchase on their website, which I've actually already used and purchased some of their wood filament. Now, they did a really nice thing and gave away these little filament cleaners. It takes away the stack out of the filament, cleans all the dust off, and takes care of all those little problems, something that most people have an oiler or a sponge right before their extruder, which is a really cool thing. I've looked these up, they're actually quite cheap, and it's more of like a foam. Their website calls it a foam rubber, but it feels like a really dense foam to me. Now on to the filament. On top here you have the Flexible TPU by MakeShaper. Now, I actually did a workshop through 3D Hubs as the Atlanta Community Mayor in July about MakeShaper, and I still stand by what I said before. It is a really great filament. I've actually had a full spool of this and I've done some really cool prints in. This is a really nice filament, and in some of my more dense prints, I actually found that this feels like a foam-centered ball. Something that, like one of those toy balls that you get that has a rubber coating on the outside with a foam center. It's really cool properties. It's really nice and it's very flexible. Now, the heating temperatures on here do look perfect. The speed, I would recommend more of the 15 to 20 millimeters a second, as it does require some really slow speeds, but you get some really nice prints out of it. And this again has a 10% discount code using the code given to you by MakerBox. Now, next is a filament by 3DX Tech, which on top of getting the sample, you also get the discount card, which is on top in the box. Now, here is their HIPS. If you're unfamiliar with HIPS, HIPS is recommended for ABS prints for a dissolvable filament. It dissolves in D-limonene, which is a lemon acid-based solvent, which you can find in a lot of your natural floor cleaners that are lemon-based. And of course, it does come with a discount code on the top there for $5 off. Now, this also HIPS is more than just a dissolvable filament, and I'll talk about that a little more with the prints. Now next is from MeltInk, and is their PLA PHA, which has better properties than a standard PLA, and is slightly stronger and is a better utilitarian filament. Now this recommends between 205 and 230 with a bed temp between 45 and 60. Now I've never used their filament, but I've heard great things about them, so I'm really looking forward to getting some really nice prints out of this. Now next is another company that is back again in the maker box, and they've done such a great job before. I'm glad to see them back. It is 3D Fuel. This month is the glass-filled PLA, which looks really interesting. Has a kind of like a glass shiny speckled reflection to it. Now they recommend printing between 190 and 210 with a speed between 30 and 60 millimeters a second. Now they claim this is 1.4 times stronger than PLA, 1.3 times tougher, and 1.9 times more flexible than PLA. So I'll have to give that a shot and see how well this prints. Really excited for this, as 3D Fuel has some really nice filaments. You might remember them in the past for the Buzz filament and some of the other great twined and hemp filaments. Now, again, remember to share your prints with the links on the top of the box. Twitter at MakerBoxME, Instagram at Maker_box, and on their new Facebook group at MakerBoxOfficial. Remember to like the new Facebook group. There's a lot of people on there and a lot of great suggestions and answers to problems you may have as they come up. Now remember to like and subscribe. It really does help me out. If you have any comments, please feel free to comment below. I'll answer them as quickly as I can. Now, remember to follow MakerBox on Instagram and Twitter at MakerBoxME on Twitter and Maker_box. To see more reviews and prints along with different projects I'm working on, check me out on Instagram at 3DPGeek, on Twitter at Chris_Brown_3D, and on Facebook. The link below. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me on any of the channels. Until next time.